Here are some thought patterns that block your action. They will keep you hesitating and they'll keep you overthinking, but as long as you're aware of these patterns and try to avoid them, you'll have a better time with action. Number one, the spork problem. So sporks are good because it gives you the scooping capacities of a spoon with the fork capacity that you can use to fork, right? But not everything will be like a spork, right? So something that you do, it may satisfy some people, but the thing is, it might disappoint other people. So you try to cater to the other people, but it might not necessarily make the original group of people happy, right? So suppose you are working on your chores because you feel like gotta have a clean house, but then your boss might be angry that you're not spending enough time at work. So then you're gonna do work, and then the people who live at you at home are gonna be like, why aren't you doing chores, right? So it's important to recognize that while it is possible sometimes, it's not always possible to satisfy everyone at the same time. So when you understand this, you understand that when you take one action, other people can have different thoughts about it, but it's okay because you can always do the next set of actions that's meant to address that. So as long as you're aware that this, like, yeah, it would be nice if you can fit, all needs at once, but it's not always going to be possible. Then when you realize that, that's the moment you let go of the expectation that you have to do this. Number two, intent versus output. We think of doing some things, we have a desired output in mind, right? But when we put it into practice, we find that our ability doesn't quite match our expectations. So, suppose I want to draw, right? In my head, I have a very specific thing that I want to draw. But then when I draw it, I'm like, oh, wait, that looks nothing like what I imagined, right? So, when you practice, the goal of practice is slowly getting into the imagined output, yes? So that's the role of output and the practice. But when we actually sit down to do things, we find that we get tunnel visioned into the exact action that we are taking right now, so we kind of lose focus on what the output is supposed to be. So, in these cases, it's important to zoom out every once in a while and reassess, okay, this thing that I just spent like 15 minutes on, is it actually something that I need to be working on? If not, then I need to refocus and bring my attention back. Because why? The important thing is, I need to be practicing getting closer to the output that I want. So constantly thinking of outputs, checking yourself whenever you feel like you're tunnel visioning also really helps. This also helps when you get stuck, because why? You can just put a placeholder for where you're stuck and continue on, right? So you're drawing a landscape, but then man, this like shrub doesn't look right. Good. Make a placeholder for it, draw the sky. If you're a programmer, if you're a software engineer, this is exactly what pseudocode is, right? Oh, fuck, I don't know how to do this project. Okay, comment the block out, say you're gonna do this later, and then keep on writing the methods, keep on writing the program, and then it'll work eventually when you figure things out or Google enough, right? So that's the important part about intent versus output. Number three, good versus bad. You obviously don't want to do bad things. You want everything that you do to be good. You want to reach the state of goodness. But number one, goodness is something that you get automatically when you put in a lot of reps, even if you don't want to. Even if you don't want to, you get good at things just by repeating them. But number two, when you put pressure on you to do well, it actually gets in the way of you doing things well because it's gonna stress you. So the pursuit of being good is like really pointless. You have to understand that. So with that in mind, the more important thing is you have to realize it's not exactly that you want to be good that's giving you stress. It's this skewed purpose. You want to be good with the least amount of tries. That's greedy. That's not also going to work because the moment you're good, life is not going to show you an ending screen celebrating you. After you reach goodness, you need to maintain it. And if it was so stressful to get to that good level, think of how stressful it's going to be to maintain that for your entire life. Thinking this way is a guarantee you're going to suffer. So instead of making things good the goal should be, how can I do this thing 10,000 times? Because when you think of it like that, it'll force you to chunk down your tasks. It'll force you to think of minimizing the things that you are trying to repeat and become better at. It'll force you to become a person with agency, because to be a person who can do something 10,000 times, like that Bruce Lee quote, right? I'm not scared of a person who knows 10,000 kicks. I'm scared of the person who practiced one kick 10,000 times, right? It will require you to have some kind of a personal power that you connect to. So, just by focusing on not being good, but focusing on repetition and putting reps in. And also, I'm not saying just because you're doing reps, don't do it willy nilly. But what I'm saying is, do the bare minimum. Like, what's the intent you can put in for one rep? Like, the minimum amount. Even if you do that at 10,000 times, I guarantee you're gonna improve. So, those are some three thought patterns that can help you get to action, especially when you are stuck.